Good morning.
Hi.
What's that?
Little Dorrit. It's my book for evening class tonight.
Oof, rather you than me.
Good morning. Here you go.
Oh, thanks, Kath. I'm starving.
Make the most of it. Be your turn tomorrow.
It's only fair when you're both working.
You going back to work?
Yeah, got to do it sooner or later.
Sure you'll be all right?
Yeah, of course I will.
All right, well, if you have any trouble, you know where I am.
Rambo comes to Beckindale. You're going to hit him again, Nick.
No, not unless I have to.
Well, you won't have to, Nick, so don't worry. But thanks anyway.
Oh. Good morning, Annie.
Morning, Henry. Sausages?
Oh, yes, please. Very nice, thank you. Is it all right if I wash these up now?
Yes, of course.
I thought I might go out bird watching today, unless there's aught I can do to help.
Not for me, Henry. Don't know whether Jack or Joe want anything done.
Morning, Mr. Oakes, Annie.
Morning.
What have you got there?
An alarm clock. I'm going to go and wake up Mark.
What's up with that lad? He's got a perfectly good bed upstairs. For heaven's sake, Henry, sit down.
Rachel!
Good morning, Mark. Did you sleep well?
No, I did not.
And why not?
Because of stupid thorns in my sleeping bag. Sarah said she'd got them all out, but there was something sticking in my bum all night. And then Annie's geese came round flapping the wings.
Oh, poor Mark.
And then finally, just when I'm getting off to sleep, my stupid sister comes round acting the prat. Get lost! Go up!
Are you sure you're going to be all right, Kath?
I'm fine, Nick. Will you stop fussing?
Right, OK. But I won't be far away, all right?
Anybody mind if I read the newspaper?
No.
No.
Annie?
Of course not, Henry.
Right, thanks.
What's Mark up to, Rachel?
I don't know. Just decided he likes the outdoor life, I think.
Don't see the point. I could understand if he's backpacking across Europe. Camping out in the orchard. Even our Jack got further than that.
What's up with you, lad?
Oh, nothing much. Just a bit of backache.
You needn't think I'm running around after you. It's bad enough with Jack.
Ground a bit hard for you, Mark?
Well, if you must know, it's because of the fright I got when you stuck that clock in my ear.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
I'm just going to pop outside and smoke a pipe. Paper's there when you want it.
I don't know. One of these mornings, you'll all start behaving like normal human beings.
So if you could book the farrier for next week. I think 3 of them will need new shoes, maybe Dancer as well. Yeah, OK. It's probably time for their tetanus boosters as well. Oh, well, if you could see to that. Joe said he might be coming up this afternoon. He's been helping me exercise the horses while I've been off. Oh, that's good of him.
Well, to tell you the truth, I think he's been using it to suss out Dancer's form for the point-to-point.
Kath? It's all right. It's only me. Just checking to see how you are.
I'm fine, Nick. Shouldn't you be working?
Oh, yeah. Right, well, I'll see you later.
Look, I'm sorry, Kim. He's fussing around at the moment. Anyone would think Chris is going to...
I know, it must be difficult for you.
Yes, but I've got to face it, haven't I? Or stop working.
I appreciate you coming back, Kathy. Look, if there's anything I can do...
No. Just let me get on with it, OK?
All right. Actually, there may be a bit of extra work for you to do over the next couple of weeks. I want to concentrate on getting Dancer ready for the point-to-point.
Well, you've got a good chance. You've been the first 3.
It's not good enough, Kathy. I really need to win.
Hello, Henry. Where are you off to?
Stop for a bit of bird watching up Kellerfell. Understand there's a shrike up there. Quite rare in the Dales, you know.
Very nice. Perhaps I'll abandon work for the day and join you.
Oh, you'll be very welcome, love. Tell you the truth, I'm steering clear of Annie. I've been getting under her feet a bit lately.
Oh, I don't think that's true, Henry.
So I thought I'd clear off for the day.
Nonsense. She's delighted having you staying. It makes a nice change for her.
At first, maybe. But I think I'm beginning to outstay me welcome.
I don't know, Sarah. I feel like I've thrown him out to wander the streets.
I don't think looking for a shrike on the moors qualifies as wandering the streets, Annie.
You know what I mean. He shouldn't have to go out because I make him feel unwelcome.
Nonsense. He's a grown man. And he enjoys bird watching. He was always off doing it, according to Amos.
Maybe. But I shouldn't have been so hard on him. He is a guest in my house. It wasn't helped by Jack and Joe giggling behind the keyhole. Don't know what Henry thought.
I don't think he took any notice of them. Anyway, it's your house. And he's obviously going to be staying for a bit. So he'll have to obey your rules just like the rest of us.
Oh, dear. Is it as bad as that? You make it sound like a prison.
Of course it isn't, Annie. It is fair, though. It's hard enough keeping this place ticking over, especially if you have to keep picking up after Henry.
I wish he wouldn't creep around so. Ever since I spoke to him, he's been frightened of putting a foot wrong.
Oh, he'll get over it. He's just trying too hard.
Well, I hope so. He is my oldest friend. I'd rather he fought back, nailed up the door to the parlour or something.
Hi, Kathy. Hi. How are you? I'm fine. Have you seen Chris yet?
Not so far. Every time I hear someone coming, I feel like hiding away. It's stupid, really.
I wondered what you were doing for dinner.
I'm not sure. Hiding away behind a tree, eating my sandwiches, probably.
I wondered whether you'd like to go to the Woolpack for a drink.
I don't know.
Oh, it's all right. I happen to know that Chris and Frank are going into Hotten for lunch.
In that case, yes, please.
Okay. I'll meet you in the front at 12. That way you don't need to come into the house.
Okay. Oh, thanks, Dolly.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. What do you want? Looking for your father. Well, he's not here. No. Kathy nearly saw you this morning. So? What's the post she had? Seen you with that girl. Oh, I see. I need Kathy's permission, do I, before inviting a friend to stay? She wasn't a friend. You know all my friends, do you? You've got a nerve coming in here. What business is it of yours, anyway? Look, Kathy's my sister. I don't want to see her upset. Well, you better get out then, hadn't you, before you get the sack? That would really upset her, wouldn't it? You can't sack me, Chris. You're not my employer. Look, don't push your luck,
Hey,
Nick.
what's going on?
Nick thinks he can just walk in here and tell me what to do. Look, when it comes to my sister, I'll say what I like. Not if you know what's good.
Stop
for
it,
you,
the pair of you.
Now,
Nick, get
just
back to
watch
work.
it, Leave
Nick.
it, Chris.
Back to work, Nick. Now.
I really think I must congratulate myself, Caroline.
What for?
Only took considerable negotiating skills to get Monks back.
Very considerable, Alan. I still don't know why you're congratulating yourself.
Well, I appreciate your part in it, of course. I'm very grateful.
I meant Henry. It was his negotiating that did the trick.
Well, yes, that goes without saying. Oh, who on earth's that? Can't they read the notice? We're closed. Can't you read? I might have guessed.
You've really done it, haven't you? This village will never be the same.
Oh, what are you talking about?
You've closed Woolpack.
Yes.
It was a dark day when you took over, Mr. Turner, but I didn't think it'd get as bad as this. It's like blood of this village, this Woolpack, and you've destroyed it.
I haven't destroyed anything, ma'am. I'm delighted to tell you that Ephraim Monks are now supplying the Woolpack.
It has got nothing to do with Nick, who I invite home.
You take the biscuit, you do. You invite some bimbo back here to spend the night with you, presumably to make Kathy jealous. What do you expect Nick to do, for heaven's sake?
He should learn to remember his place.
Remember his place? He's the gardener, not a serf.
He was bloody insulting to me just now.
You seem to be giving just as much as you got.
I'll give him the boot, Dad.
Oh, yes.
Give who the boot? My gardener or your ex-girlfriend's brother?
It's the same thing.
Well, that's where you're wrong, Chris. And you should know me by now that I don't believe in mixing business and family.
Look, he's bone idle.
Grow up. He's worked damned hard since that baby came along. He does a paper round every morning before he comes in here.
So you're going to back him instead of me?
What goes on between you, Nick, and Kathy has got nothing to do with me. And I'm certainly not going to sack a good worker because you can't handle your girlfriend properly.
So you've decided to take my advice at last, have you?
I am quite capable of running the wool pack without your advice, thank you,
Oh,
sir.
Well, why have you been making such a mess of it so far, then? This is all a result of my boycott, Mrs. Bates. Without me, wool packets still be in alien hands.
Utter nonsense.
It's as true as I'm standing here. Biggest mistake of your life when you took Skipdale's brewery into here. Mind you, my campaign made you see error of your ways, didn't it?
I'll go.
So I expect you'll be giving me a few pints as a small token of your gratitude.
Hello, Alan. Is everything all right?
Yes, of course. Why shouldn't it be?
Well, the notice on the door, we thought someone was ill.
Oh, no, love, we're just closed for the day to let Monks get back in.
It's all a result of my boycott, you know, Dolly.
Is it? I think we should all thank Henry when we see him.
Henry?
Well, it's Henry that's been talking to Monks. That's right, Mum, isn't it?
Well, dancer looks fit enough.
I thought I'd put you out of your misery, Joe. Let you have a good look at her at last. So how's Saint?
Oh, he's all right.
Recovering?
Yeah, on the mend. He'll be fitting well for the big day.
But not fit enough to risk him out today, then?
You don't think I'm going to let you see Saint before the big race?
That's not fair. You've had a good look at Dancer and going flat out as well.
Come off it. You're not telling me that's the fastest Dancer can do.
You'll have to wait and see, won't you?
So I'm starting tonight. They've asked us to start reading Little Dorrit. I'm really looking forward to it.
Oh, it sounds great.
She's lovely, Elsa.
Yeah. So I was wondering if I could borrow some books off you.
You must be very proud of her.
Yes, I am. Have you got anything on Dickens? I thought maybe in your A-level stuff there'd be.
I don't know. Yeah, probably upstairs.
Pretty little jacket she's wearing. Did you make it?
What? Oh, no, my mum got it.
Listen, why don't we go upstairs and have a look? I'm sure Annie won't mind looking after Alice.
Of course I don't.
Oh, thanks, Mrs. Sugden.
Well, I've cleared a place on the mantelpiece for it.
Huh?
The Emmerdale plate, of course.
Well, you'll have to fill the space with something else.
I tell you what, if you win it, I'll come over every week and polish it for you. But if I win it...
You can polish it yourself, Joe Sugden. Actually, to tell you the truth, I'm a bit nervous. I haven't raced for a while.
Ah, just pretend you're having a good gallop with me. You'll be all right.
Maybe.
Look, it's a good day out. It's a bit of a laugh. As long as we all come back in one piece and enjoy ourselves.
Yeah, I wish it was as easy as that.
It's important to you, then?
No, I just want to do well, that's all. It's Frank. He's got his heart set on winning that Emmerdale plate. He's been out and bought the Brasso already.
Honestly, Rachel, it makes me mad sometimes. You have a baby and everybody seems to think it's the only thing you're interested in.
Annie didn't mean anything by it.
No one ever says that's a nice jacket I'm wearing or how well I'm looking. All they ever notice are her eyes and her clothes and they say, isn't she like her father?
It isn't that bad.
Isn't it? Shall I tell you what the best thing about going to evening classes tonight is? Nobody there will know that I've got a baby. It'll be me they talk to.
What does Nick think about you going to night school?
Oh, he's been really good. Dead enthusiastic. He's even organised babysitting and everything.
I wish Michael could be as enthusiastic about me going to university.
It's quite sweet, really. He keeps pretending to be impressed by my reading list. I heard him telling Alice the other day about her clever mummy.
All Michael does is go on about snobby students. Why do I want to go to university? Why can't I just stay in Beckendale? I've got everything I want here.
Well, I suppose he'll miss you.
It's not far to Leeds. I reckon he's worried about all these blokes I'm going to meet. You know, staying overnight with a couple of lads in a flat, endless orgies, all-night parties.
I'm not surprised he's worried if you keep going on like that.
Well, I don't. Not often, anyway. I caught him having a look at my stuff on clubs the other day. There's loads to do. They put on a Threshers' Fair during the first week so you can check out what's going on.
Sounds great.
And a third-year student who's doing the same course as you looks after you for the first couple of days. Shows you around the best pubs and clubs, you know.
Makes going off to Hotton once a week to read Little Dorrit sound a bit feeble.
Hi, Joe.
Frank.
Been helping Kim with the horses again?
Yeah. We had a nice ride over the top of Pencross Fell.
It's good of you to help her out.
Oh, I don't mind. Besides, it gives me a chance to look at the opposition.
How do you rate Dancer's chances?
Well, not bad. Not as good as Saints, though.
And the rest? Who else is in with a chance?
Well, it's hard to say, really. There are one or two other good horses in the race, but not as good as Dancer.
So she's really in with a chance?
As good as any.
But not better.
This is important to you, isn't it?
Oh, no. It's just a bit of fun, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what Kim said. Didn't believe her either.
Actually, Joe, it is important. Very important. If Kim wins this race, she can stay in business. If she doesn't, the stables are going to have to go.
Why?
Because at the moment, they're not paying their way. If she wins this race, she'll attract a lot of new business. What do you reckon the chances are?
Well, Saint is the horse she's got to beat. It's going to be an interesting race, Frank. Looking forward to it.
Right, clean nappies and cotton wool are over there.
Who's clever mum is going to evening class then? Yours is, that's all.
And I bought some new cream. It's in a bag in the kitchen.
All right. Have you got everything?
Yeah. I've got writing pad, biro, pencil sharpeners.
Elsie, you're going to read a book, not write one.
Rachel's lent me loads of books. She says I can keep them. Mind you, I don't suppose she needs them anymore.
Well, that's nice of her.
Yeah. So you'll be all right then?
Yes, I'll be fine. Go on, get out. You'll miss your bus.
What about Kathy? Is she okay? I thought she looked a bit tired when she came in.
Oh, things are just a bit of a strain at the moment. Chris isn't making things much easier. A girl stayed there last night.
What, the one in the pub?
Yeah. Came out this morning, bold as brass. Our Kath missed about a couple of seconds.
Did you tell her?
No, I thought it was best not to.
Tell me what, Nick?
Kath, I didn't hear you.
It's Chris, isn't it? What's he been up to now? Look, I better go. I'll miss my bus. Okay, see you, Nick, Kathy.
See you. Oh, Elsa, here you go.
Bye.
You camping out again tonight, then?
No.
Why you put your tent up?
Practice.
I think you're trying to impress someone.
No, I'm not. Look, I just want to be able to put my tent up properly when I go camping, all right?
Well, you never used to be interested in camping.
So I fancied a change.
Who are you going with, then?
No one.
I can see why you need the practice.
Why don't you give me a hand?
Oh, no, I couldn't do that, Mark. I mean, there wouldn't be any point in practicing. You just said you're going on your own, aren't you?
Yeah.
Well, there won't be anyone around to ask then, will there?
He had a girl with him.
I know, Jack told me.
Jack? How does he know?
He saw last night in the Woolpack.
Oh, right. Do you want a tea?
A bit later, maybe. Thanks. Nick, there's something else, isn't there?
I saw her again this morning, kissing him goodbye.
When?
Just after we got there. If it had been a minute later, you'd have walked straight into it.
What, she spent the night with him? In my home? In my bed?
So what are you going to do, Alan, then, to celebrate the grand reopening?
Well, it's hardly that, Joe.
Oh, I don't know. You celebrated getting Skipdales in. We'd almost rather you celebrated getting them out.
Yeah. What do you reckon, Mrs. Bates?
I must admit I agree, Alan.
Well, I did have an idea. A barbecue.
Barbecue? Bit feeble, isn't it? Hamburgers, a few burnt sausages. Hardly a celebration.
No, much more than that, Joe. I meant roasting a whole sheep on a spit.
Be a bit complicated, that, wouldn't it?
No, there's a firm at Skipdale that rent out the spit and all the equipment, and they'll give you a cook as well if you want one. But I thought I'd do that myself. I'd serve it on pita bread, and Caroline can do all that, and roast the potatoes and do the salads and so on. What do you think?
You'd cook the sheep, while I did all the rest.
Well, you must admit I am the better cook.
There's no question, Alan, and it must be difficult. Once you've got it on the spit, you've got to stand and watch it all the time, haven't you? Takes a really good cook to do that.
No, there's much more to it than that. There's all the marinading and the basting.
Well, I think it's a great idea. And we could supply the sheep, Alan. In fact, we could supply you with Emmerdale's own organic lamb.
So you're closed?
Yes, we are, Seth. We're just discussing the grand reopening.
Oh, good news, that, isn't it? It's all due to me, you know.
All right.
Why, it was my campaign that persuaded Mr. Turner to change his mind. But for me, leading that boycott, he'd have still been standing here trying to sell Skipdale's to an empty pub.
Well, Skipdale's had one great advantage, Seth. It kept you out.
He shouldn't be allowed to get away with it, Kath. He thinks he can just do whatever he likes. It doesn't matter who he upsets. Well, anyway, I told him.
Nick, you mustn't get into trouble because of me.
Kathy, you're my sister.
I know, but it won't help anything if you get the sack, will it?
I just don't like seeing you upset like this.
I've got to face it sometime. I can't expect him not to go out with anyone, can I? Just because I might see him. I just thought it might take a bit longer, that's all.
Yeah, well, he can't have thought much of you, can he?
No.
Oh, look, I didn't mean
No,
that.
maybe you're right. Maybe he didn't care that much for me after all. I'll go and see Chris tomorrow, arrange to move all my stuff out. There's not much.
Is that what you want to do?
I have to, Nick. As long as my stuff's there, it's like I think I may be going back. Well, I'm not. So I might as well move it out and finish it properly.
So what's he going to do then?
He's going to have a barbecue to celebrate.
All right.
Could you pass the salt, please, Joe?
Oh, you sure, Henry?
Oh, no, perhaps not. Sorry.
Oh, for heaven's sake, Henry, have some salt if you wanted.
So where are you going to go camping then, Mark?
Oh, nowhere special.
I could come with you if you like. Take you bird watching. We could see if we could find that shrike. I wouldn't be camping out overnight, of course.
Yeah, well, that sounds great, Mr. Wilkes, but, well, I'm not quite sure I'm going to go yet. Probably quite a long way.
Well, you'll be going too far, not on your own.
Are you sleeping out again tonight?
Well, otherwise, why put the tent up again?
Ah, well, he needs the practice, you see.
I don't see the point, Rachel. I mean, once you put one tent up, you put them all up.
Well, he wants to look as if he knows what he's doing, don't you, Mark?
Shut up, Rach.
I mean, anyone would think there was going to be somebody there. Somebody who likes the outdoors.
Do you want one, Kath?
She's fast asleep again.
Great, thanks.
Don't be daft. I love looking after her.
So do I. But I could live without the dirty nappies.
Oh, she's gorgeous, Nick. And as good as gold.
She is now. But remember what she was like a month or so ago?
It's funny how things change, isn't it? No, I mean, a year ago.
Well, a year ago, Mrs. Feldman was refusing to let me see Elsa. I didn't know what was going on.
And now look at you. Settled down. Lovely baby. You and Elsa are really happy together. And me and Chris. Oh, well.
Oh, look, come on, Kath. Don't get upset. Things will get better.
Yeah.
I'll put telly on.
Hi, Nick. Kathy.
Hi. How did it go, then?
Wonderful. Oh, Nick, it was great. The lecturer was really interesting. He's given us an essay to write for next week, and we have to read the first 10 chapters. And there were loads of people in the class. I mean, some of them were really old. There was one bloke there at least 60. But there were a couple of people my age. I sat and talked to them in the coffee break.
Oh, you enjoyed it, then?
You've no idea. Just doing something for me for a change. It was great.